as you can see, we didn't put the cover on it because we were replacing it. But with the water in it, these two knuckleheads jumped on this, went in, and my wife is screaming that the dog's in the pool, and it was like 30 degrees out. And if you can see, trying to get out, she completely ripped the liner, which we were replacing anyway. So that's really no big deal. Well, I'm going to take you through the whole process. 24 round pool, and right now, as you can see, we're draining it. We've had about 6 inches left in here yesterday, and you know, like this much water. And for some reason, I had a small pump. It took forever to get, I mean, it's been over a week and a half, but it's been gradually, you know, pumping it out every day. And if you look, I took a shovel and I just said, screw it. And I punctured holes at the bottom of the liner, and it drained just like that. So now it's completely dry. So tomorrow when I get home, I'm going to start cutting this out, and then we're going to have sand. We're going to be getting some play sand so I can level it off, any imperfections, get everything nice and even again, and then start taking the edges off, take the edges off and get this thing going. And hopefully I can have this done in, it'd be nice if I can have it done in one day. So we have begun. So the first thing you're going to need to do, which I didn't video, is you're going to take the skimmer off, and you're going to have to take out the outtake when the water comes through the filter, and the intake. So I got that all unscrewed and got the edge of that off, and then you can see I started cutting. Now we have a little bit of rust, I'm gonna look at it, there's right there, no holes in it. I'm gonna take a wire brush, I'm going to wire it, and I might put a little bit of paint on it. But as you can see, I'm starting to cut the liner now, and I'm doing this all by myself. Well, I mean, you're helping, but I mean, but it's our first time. It's our first time doing this stuff, so. And then you're gonna hear a bunch of weed whacking. We got our commercial crabber right there. Just worked all day on the water. Now she's out there weed whacking and cutting the grass. So if you're a guy that has a GoPro, or I think it even worked with the DJI. So what this is called, so I'm gonna have this in one spot, and then I want a chest mount. Now on my chest mount, I have this, and it's a magnet. So when I want to switch cameras, I put this here, and then I got my camera right there. All right, instead of having the, you know, the big strap here to go, you get GoPro, and then I got one here. So if now when all I do, if I want to switch, all I gotta do is do that, and then I just put it on there, and then I can work my camera. And it's especially if you only got one camera, and you can switch different angles, and it's easy than unscrewing it and doing all that. You know, just take it off and I'll put it on my chest as I'm ripping out the pool cover. I will put the link in the description. All right, so this is what we got to do to our thing. So what she has to do is that you got to pop the little circle out, and then there's a screw in here. She's going to screw it out. And we got a little baggie for the screws. This is going to pop off like that. Oh my,
what was that in here?
I think we've had this 11 years, and we've never...
Like 15.
All right, that's right, we have had. So we've had this pool for about 15 years. And for 15 years, we got a couple little rust spots. There you go. And that's how we take the corners off. We're gonna wait. And we got this little tub where we're gonna put all them at. We'll wash them up and clean them up. What do you got back there? You know? Yeah, she's the one that eats everything. She eats everything. All right, come on, John. Ooh, ooh, nice fresh pile of poop. That's what. So she's going to do that all the way around. I'm going to finish getting out this. So today, our accomplishment is to do it from the inside. Jesus Christ, she like laid right on you, didn't she? Yo, did it itch or something? Come on now, let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on, up. No. Just, why don't you, right here.
Because I got fingernails. I do it that way? Okay.
Man, you might just, if you just,
Don't break nothing, please. We've already broke something.
yeah,
Don't want to keep breaking things.
yeah. Take that one. Well, then if you just lose, what? Maybe we'll do that together. Let me get the pool.
Why? I can do this. This is fine.
But you can't get these off.
Well, we'll see. I'll take off what I can.
Because of my nails. I got these pretty nails. But for having this pool from
I need that.
almost 15 years. Look, I haven't cut the grass either. It was due the other day. What are you eating? Come on now. This is being all redone. Looks like Tootie. It was leaking, so I had to put this little quick fence up around here because we had the other goofball digging giant holes literally under the pool. Don't break them. If you get a little more of a, oh, Jesus.
What?
I'm gonna take this out in small chunks. You're nuts. No, don't get up here. Well, I'm a mess getting that out. I got a couple wet spots, but we're not gonna do anything tomorrow. That'll dry out. There's a spot here, a couple spots along the edges, and a little bit in here. So once I get this to dry out, wire brush, I'll do that and paint it. Same there. For being almost 15 years old, I don't think this looks that bad at all. It's held up great. Let that dry, and then tomorrow we will do the rest. Once I get this leveled, I'll take the top off. We got to clean it. I'm debating whether to repaint them. There's only a couple really bad spots, a couple rust right here, a couple bad spots here. The rest of it don't look bad at all. It's just here. So once I get this all leveled, we'll go ahead and finish taking off the end cover, get everything off, and then we will try to do our best to put that cover on. All right, so we're back. We did this on Monday, and the grass got to be cut. I got so much to do today. But our first goal right now to get all the liner to the dump. So that was Monday I did this. This is Wednesday. I had to go to Bass Pro Shop. I had to go to Bass Pro Shop. I had to pick up my new roller for my trout line. All that was over. All right, watch out, girls. That was all over on the other side of the Bay Bridge. That's why the grass and everything looks like dookie. So we're redoing the deck. A lot of the wood. See this? Is because of these two. That thing and that thing. They run and chase each other so much and so hard that they just run into things, and they literally just knocked all that wood out. So we're going to be redoing that. It's all a process. But right now, it's just getting this stuff into my truck.
Do you want me to grab any? Or start dragging it?
It's up to you. But I don't know why you just don't let me just do this. Okay. Man, I didn't have the camera on. The wife is walking up here, and a black snake was sitting here and ran under the car, and she almost collapsed she almost collapsed. I think you got tears in your eyes.
I'm okay now.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Where did it go?
It went under the car.
I'm pulling weeds right where the car is.
I'm a weed whack there. Don't worry about that.
Don't worry, I'm not going nowhere.
You sure?
It just don't get in my truck.
It ain't gonna get in your truck. It might get up in your truck. You never know.
Sam.
It could get up in anywhere.
Oh.
Wes, you see all them little frogs you just found?
Yeah.
So we got little baby frogs. Here, I'll show you.
Me?
Not you. Not you. Yard looks wrecked, but that's all right. It'll all look pretty. Well, in here, if you see little baby frogs bumping around, we get them every year. We get real big ones like this. I mean, I guess they're about this big.
There was a big one here this morning.
But
The mama.
this is the first time in about 2 years that we've had all the little ones and everything. And that's all the reason why the snakes are around. We've seen, that's the biggest garter snake I've seen a couple weeks ago. It's just a black snake, honey. Nothing poisonous.
Don't worry. If it crawls on my arm, this won't be scared. That was black as black can be.
Yeah, it's a rat snake, most likely, maybe.
And he was thick.
No, he was little. He was probably about. He looked
in front of your face.
He looked about maybe 2 foot long, maybe. Maybe
Wrapped right around my leg.
2 foot. Could have wrapped right around your legs. You're so funny. What?
What's all these little patches there?
Just little patches. I'll pick them up. I'll clean them up. So now my next step. I only bought 4 bags of sand because I only have a couple spots. Like there's a low spot there that you got to make sure. So I'm gonna, because there was a leak there, but water was coming out of there. So we're gonna fill some spots. We got to make sure that the sand, it don't come to like a point. You want a little barrier, a little round barrier. So we got to make sure that's there, and any little divots that I could see. Once I got this leveled, or sand in leveled, then I might take the top off first. But I think what I'm going to do right now is take a little quick break, and we got some nice, cool watermelon in there. I'm going to open some watermelon, sit down, eat a little bit of watermelon, and then get back to work. So what I'm going to do here is I got a little bit of rust, no holes. But I'm just going to give us a quick little, real slow, just kind of get it cleaned up a little bit, and then I got some paint in there. I can give you the paint too. Yeah, frogs. Yeah, I couldn't find my wire brush. Very lightly going over it. 15 years old maybe. This ain't too bad. So we got that one there cleaned up, and now we're gonna spray paint this one.
Oh, don't you need the thing?
Huh?
You don't need the thing?
What thing? I already did it. Like I said, there's no holes in it. I got some of the rust. It ain't like the greatest thing, but so let me put the sand down. Once I put the sand down, top's coming off.
What are you eating?
She eats everything. I mean, if it even looks like it's edible, she freaking eats it.
Yeah.
There's a high spot right there.
A hot what?
A high spot. I mean, for us, we don't need this pool to be perfect. You know, it's pretty level. Definitely have, you see how you don't down there with the divot, you see in the bottom of the pool. Here, you can see where it don't. So that's kind of what I'm looking to do. Just making sure I don't have that. It's a little here. So them two things will be perfect. Make sure once you do this, you get it up, you want to make sure you stomp it down. All right, so now what I have is my shop vac. So I've covered this hole up, and now what we're going to do is that I only have little tape, but we are going to make it in here, and then I'm going to take the hose, I'm going to stick the hose in here, and then when I put the liner, finally put the liner up around, once I put the liner up and around it, I'll turn and set the liner. I turn the vacuum cleaner on, and they said that that's going to help like 80%. It's going to help so much to suck all the air off from around the whole pool and get that liner, make it easy. Then I'll start going around it and getting it tight and getting all the creases out of the middle. All right, so the tape I got is pretty shitty. It's just like that masking tape for painting, but you just make a seal hole and that should be it. All right, so mine has the rail. So once we got this, so as you can see, it screws on the top here, but then this one actually has a screw here and a screw here, and then this peels back and we take this off. So this is another spot. I didn't expect this to be screwed in, but so then this will come out like this. Comes out. See how it's got a little lip? It's got a little lip right here. All right, so the top rail is off, and now I'm going to take the liner, I'm sticking it in the center of the pool, and I'm going to start opening it up and start getting it to the edge. And then what I'll do is I'm going to start putting the liner on and supposedly leave it about an inch or two. There's supposed to be a seam at the bottom, so you might want to leave it about maybe 2 inches that high, maybe above it, and try to make it as even as possible. There, as I'm doing that, she's just going to take them. We got these little black you got these little black strips here, and she's going to put them on, and as I'm putting the liner in, she's going to put the black things on, and we're going to go around. And then once that's done and that's on snug, we're going to turn the vacuum on, and then I'm going to start walking around and getting any wrinkles that are in the bottom and get them up. The way they said it, you don't want no wrinkles on the bottom, you'd rather have wrinkles on the side. But we're going to take a break. Well, you're only missing like what, 2?
No, we got 4.
Yeah. The only thing is that these guys did it really tight. Where you need this, so what I don't want to do is puncture the hole in it.
So you got this large space here, look.
Yeah. All right, we gotta do this real quick because my GoPro's overheating like it usually does. We're gonna turn the vacuum cleaner on now, and what it should do is help, and I'm gonna walk around the edges and try to get all the wrinkles out of the bottom. Go ahead, turn it on. Right there in the front, right thing. I don't like my shoes. I wish I had some different shoes.
Can we turn it off?
Yeah.
Why don't you put your socks on? Your socks.
Oh, see, it's coming off right.
Your socks.
Well,
I'll hold it.
I need some tape.
Take your shoes off, put your socks on.
No, I don't need that much.
That's what the guy was doing with socks.
There we go. Look at it. We got the steps in. I missed very important things for some reason. I lost some footage. I don't know how I lost footage. I was looking all around for things. So one of the things I've had to do, whoa. This is how hot it's been. For the last almost 2.5 to 3 weeks, it has been over 100 degrees. There's been one day it was about 80 degrees, but for every other day was a heat index over 105. Today's going to be about 106. Some of the days were as hot as 110. We even did a crabbing trip with a heat index of 110, which was ridiculous. But there's something very important that I need to tell you when you're doing the liner. But there's a couple things that I had to do in order to really get this running. One, I had to replace the GFI. I had to replace the plugs and the switch. I did that. We had to get a new pump. Last year, at the end of last year, this came off while I was running. So this was running and the water pretty much overflew and kind of messed up. It just got flooded over here. It pretty much took the water all the way down past the skimmer. So I had to get a new pump this year. I had to replace the GFI and everything because that got messed up. So taking the pool apart, when I took the old one, because this is new, I had to completely replace this, and this comes in one. These two come in one thing, so you get both of them. But when I went to pull the hose off, it literally cracked the whole bottom. So I had to replace this. I had to replace this. New pump, new GFI and plug. And there's our little candle box stuff. So one of the important things you got to do when you're setting the liner, you've seen that the hole that I had here for the skimmer, I used that blue tape here, okay? It just would not hold. It wasn't giving it an airtight. And I was scared to use duct tape, but the only thing I had was Gorilla Tape. So I was really scared that it was gonna really stick on here. So once I got it done, it really worked. But the mistake that I made, so you leave that on there. So the mistake that I made is that once I turned this on and got, ouch. Once I got the liner kind of set, which I do have a wrinkle over here, and because I was stepping all in the sand and working on it, I got a couple high spots and everything, but it's just me and the wife and maybe some friends. So I could care less that it's not a perfect, but it's pretty good and solid. But what I did was, once I got the liner set up, I took the vacuum out of that hole. And as I was putting the tops on, the wind, before I put the skimmer back on, the wind literally blew it up here. So if you're going to remember anything, you make sure until you are done, you are finished, before you put that skimmer on. You actually start putting water in the pool before you put the skimmer on, and you leave the vacuum in there sealed the whole time. So don't take it out. Make sure it's sealed the whole time. That is the #1 thing I would say putting the liner on, because that vacuum helps you push everything, you know, sucks all the air out of it, helps you, and does a good job pushing all of the liner up against the wall. All right, but you can see it is beautiful. It does look a little cloudy out here there, sunshine. Why does the water look a little cloudy?
I put in baking soda.
Yeah, we put in baking soda. We put in baking soda because baking soda helps with the pH. So she puts in that is like a big thing. It's cheap and you can use a lot of it. You ain't gonna use all the other stuff. It helps bring up the alkaline, the alkaline, whatever the hell it is. What is it? Alkalinity. Alkalinity and the pH and everything. So we use Arm & Hammer baking soda to put in here. But it looks good. It's been awesome. It wasn't as hard. I went on a Monday. I ripped the liner out, and by Wednesday, that Wednesday that you see me taking everything out, I had this completely, pretty much putting water in it by the end of the day. It's not as hard as you think it is, but there's just little things. And I'll just remember, when you put the vacuum in here, you cover up all the holes, you just make sure it's nice and sealed. I used Gorilla Tape, so it stayed in there. I really taped it up really good so that vacuum stayed in there to help, and leave it in there the whole time. Hey, I will see you on the next one. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.